So I would like to introduce you to emilie27. This is a brand new player to the game, 400 battles, 500 battles roughly in the game. He's also extremely good at the game based on his record, and let's see, realistic. In the last month, he's gotten over 1,500 kills, and he's a 64% win rate, and he's 80% top of the team most of the time. Now, this is one of those things where... So I'm recording this on the basically eve of the next event that's coming up, and I'm going to put this out there for anyone that wants it. If you value your sanity, you probably shouldn't play every single event. I know a lot of people do it because they want to collect things. Oh, it's a new F14. Oh, that sounds fun. It really sounds like pain. If you know how much people complain about the F14 right now, you know that the Phoenix spam is absolutely ruining RRB, and you know that they basically are not helping the current matchmaker spread, adding another F14. I think we already have two F14s, F14A, F14B, I think, in the game. I don't know. I don't play RRB, and I probably never will. Well, I do. I have played it. I play it very rarely with friends at like low BRs because that's about as much sanity as I can take. Yeah, and it's the funny thing is that I've mentioned my record before to a couple people on this channel, and the fact that my record in this game is mostly below 10.0. Now, like I've said before with a lot of things, playing based on your stats, people are like, well, all you do is Seal Club, all you do is whatever. I'm like, brother, I've been playing this game for 8+ years. I have well over 4,000 hours in this game, and I play this game for fun. I have never past about 1,000. I would say past about 1,000 hours. I realized that this game is painfully horrible to grind, and that it's way easier to just play it with friends or play it just for fun and do things that make it more enjoyable for myself than to worry about a grind or worry about an event vehicle or worry about whatever. If I played it the other way, then honestly, I would probably be fairly miserable. I know a lot of people that, I mean, the problem with the events nowadays is that Gaijin has made it to where events are effectively like a full-time job to play. I know people that are like, well, the events aren't that bad. I'm like, we had a rank 2 vehicle for a tank that was still 35,000 RP to grind, or 35,000 points to grind. Gaijin said initially when they went to this new cycle that they would be scaling prizes based on the ranks. That clearly didn't happen. If they were doing a rank 2 vehicle based on what actual ranks were, then that vehicle would have been like 15,000 at most per 2 days, because it's a rank 2 vehicle. The problem is they want people to spend money, which is what any company would do in this case. Spend money for the event. For instance, Destiny has an event going right now, and I can play that game for a long period of time, but in reality, it's for cosmetic armor that is just that. It's cosmetic. There's no valid reason to use it unless you like the appearance of it. Whereas in this game, you're doing an entire vehicle that can potentially help you in the game. However, because Gaijin is a greedy company, they're making it to where every vehicle in the game right now, at least event-wise, that's past a certain BR, isn't premium. So in reality, the new F14 isn't going to help you grind. It's going to just be spam and fodder for people that know how to play RRB. And the fact that the missiles you get stock are, as far as I know, pretty mid. I think you only get 2 of them based on stats that I've seen or stuff that I've seen roll. Based on what I'm seeing, I don't think that's going to be very fun. And knowing what I know about RRB right now, especially with high tier, the spam is going to be bad. Knowing how many people got hyped about an F14 makes me think that everyone who's looking at the F14 right now is absolutely moronic for wanting to play it. However, I know a lot of people are just going to get it to sell it as a coupon. I would honestly rather buy it if I cared about it, because I guarantee when it drops, it's probably going to be like the same, rank whatever prize vehicle. It's going to be a $50, $60 premium, or not even premium, $50, $60 vehicle that you can just buy outright if you want it. And like I said before, that doesn't seem very fun to me, especially if you're talking about all of the nonsense that this game has at the certain BRs that people are playing. I find it incredibly funny that I have people in my comment section who are adamant about the events being so much better than they used to be. The only event, I would say the only event that I liked is the star system, because the star system was based on points, and that's fine. The problem is the scaling is terrible. Gaijin still thinks, I feel like what it feels like is Gaijin still feels like the game is still playing around COVID times, and people have like infinite amount of time on their hands to grind these events, and that just feels incredibly scummy. But of course, as we've discovered, Gaijin's scumminess knows no bounds now, because we are getting events that last, 10 days and are incredibly long-lasting and incredibly painful to play, and also the fact that Gaijin has not made a unique vehicle in what feels like 5 months. And please get bombed. Oh god, he lived. But yeah, you'll see my question with the fact that the Gaijin is. It's coming to a point where it's nice that Gaijin is actually caring about Battle Eye and trying to figure some of this stuff out, but also the fact that Gaijin is still abusing really scummy tactics that feel like kind of ruin the way the game is, and the fact that Gaijin is not changing their minds about it. Especially with some of the bugs that were getting fixed, which have been reported bugs for like months and years that I know at this point. But yeah, I digress. At this point, it's just a matter of if Gaijin's going to care enough to change the way that they do battles, and I'm just hoping that they eventually scale it properly for, ranks based on vehicles. So I'm going to leave this here. So as always, if you have a player in question you want to leave to me, please try to follow the format below of name, ID, and replay in question, and a description of the battle that you saw. And as always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.